Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because we are going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette, and the palette I'm going to be using today is the ColourPop Gather Round Sisters palette. This is the first Hocus Pocus palette of I think like 3 collections. They did a redo Hocus Pocus collection last year and then this year as well, I think, but this is just the OG. I feel like this is the one that everyone has, so I decided to use it because we should all get more use out of our older makeup. And visually, this is the one I like the best. I think the cartoons are the cutest, and I don't know. So I thought we could get some new inspiration from our older makeup. I feel like this video is going to be quite long, so I'm going to keep this intro short. So this is my 3rd look using the palette, so if you want to see what else I did with the first 2 looks, then just keep watching. Okay, my friends, so let's get right into this look. I think what I'm gonna go for is like a berry-ish toned eye with a pop of silver. I'm just hoping it won't pull too Christmassy, but that's the risk I'm willing to take today. So I'm gonna prime using my LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer in the shade LN3. I do like this concealer, but it's like nothing groundbreaking, you know? It's pretty standard. I think you can get something similar, like the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo would be similar, and it's like 1/4 of the price. So it's not bad by any means, but it just doesn't wow me, I guess. I'm just tapping it out with this velvet sponge that also doesn't wow me. Then I'm gonna set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I haven't been setting things lately. I've just been kind of like working on a tacky base, but okay, so I'm going to start off with this like kind of pinky taupe shade called Hello Salem. And I'm just using this on a crease brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth. This shade is fantastic. I actually keep it in my kit. I pop it out of this palette and put it in like a larger Z palette, and I use it all the time for like a pinky bridal glam, which is so funny because that's just such the opposite vibe of the palette that it came from, but it works. Like, look how pretty that would be if you took like a light pinky champagne all over the lid. Like, that's the perfect bridal shade. However, that is not the vibe we're going for today. So I just kind of placed that down. I used a Morphe Y18. I don't think they sell this gold collection anymore. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay pressed powder and this ColourPop E13 brush, and I'm just going to kind of use this to blend out that crease shade. Then I'm also going to take that Hello Salem shade. I'm just going to apply it like on the outer half of my lid. Then I'm going to take this really pretty deep burgundy shade right here called Night of Frolic, and I'm just going to place this on the outer corner of my eye. I kind of did something similar in my other 3 looks 1 palette with the It's a Mood palette by ColourPop. I'll link it in the cards up above if you're interested. However, I just really like burgundy. It's like my favorite color, one of my favorite colors, I'd say. It was my color for my wedding ceremony, which I feel like is kind of basic, but I just really like the color. And I'm just, you know, taking this little E36 and kind of taking whatever's left on the brush to bring it in a little bit. And then I'm also going in with that Y18, I think it was, just to kind of blend out this shade even more. I'm using this brush so I don't like smear my eye with burgundy. Then I'm going to take this other cranberry-ish shade that's in the same column called Tis Firm. This one right here. And I'm just going to use this shade Damp. I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. And I'm just placing this kind of like right on the center of my lid. And then I'm also going to take this silvery shade called Wench, which is also in my kit, fun fact. It's like nice because it's not super bright of a silver. And I'm just kind of placing this on the inner portion of my lid. Yeah, I like it because it's not like super dark and it's not super blue toned. You know how silvers can pull really like almost blue? This one's like a silvery taupe, and I kind of like it. Well, I really like it actually. This look, on the other hand, I'm not sure I'm a fan of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shimmery purple called Thackeray Binks, and I'm going to put that over the burgundy shade so it's a little more purple toned. Maybe I'll like it more then. Okay, so I do like that better, but now I feel like this outer corner is like, I don't know, missing something. So I might really regret this, but I'm going to try it because it's really the only darker shade than that burgundy. I'm going to take this sparkly black called I Call It a Bus, and I don't like those sequin shades, so I try to stay away from them, but I'm gonna make a point to use them in this video because there's literally 4 of those sequin shades in this palette and they're all pretty neutral, so I feel like without them I don't have a ton of options. So I'm gonna make a point to use them. I will warn you though, these shades typically have a lot of fallout, so it's probably best to do your eyes first. Then I'm also just blending it out with my E35 by Sigma. So handy, this brush, man. It's great. Okay, So I'm really liking that so far. However, of course, I'm gonna do some winged liner. I'm using my KVD tattoo liner as always. Then of course, I'm just gonna clean up the fallout using some micellar water on a cotton round. And for mascara, I'm still really liking the Ilia Limitless Lash, so I'm gonna use that. Then for lashes, I'm gonna use this pair. This is what they look like. They're the Kiss lashes. I think they're in the style Jubilee. I really like this lash style. Super pretty and dramatic. I'm just gonna pop off camera really quickly so I can do my other eye and my base. And then I'll come back and we can do the lower lash line together. Okay, so my face is almost done. I just want to do the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a small angled brush and the burgundy shade Night of Frolic. And I'm just going to apply this to like the outer half of my lid. Then I'm going to take this flat angled brush. This is a Sigma E15 and I'm going to take the shade Hello Salem. And I'm gonna start on the inner corner and apply it there and then kind of smudge it out. I just don't want to take like the burgundy too far to my inner corner because it can easily start to look like you have an eye infection. And I'm just gonna keep blending things out. Then I'm gonna take this ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Charmer and I'm going to line my waterline. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with my Ilia mascara again. Then I'm just gonna take this itty bitty tiny baby lash curler and just kind of squeeze my natural lashes with the fake ones. Okay, and for lips. For lips, I'm gonna play it pretty safe. I'm gonna use this Buxom lip pencil in the shade Hush Hush Henna. Then I'm just gonna top that with this Flower Beauty lipstick in the shade Naked Blush. Okay, and this is look number 1 completed. I actually really like it. I feel like I say that every time, but I didn't like it at first, so I pleasantly surprised myself. For foundation, I used the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation to kind of go with my concealer. This is in the shade LG3. And then I used the Fenty Cream Bronzer for bronzer and contour. I don't know where it is, but I used the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Happy for blush, and then I used Becca's Moonstone Shimmering Skin Perfector for highlight. And then I told you what was on my lips, the Flower Beauty in Naked Blush and the Buxom lip pencil in Hush Hush Henna, and I think that's everything that's on my face. And yeah, so this is look number 1. And I feel really pretty in it. I feel like I'm gonna have a good makeup day. Okay, so for my second look, I'm gonna start by priming my lids with the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation, or concealer, sorry. My brain is like not here today. I'm not on planet Earth. I don't know what's going on, but I feel very sad for no reason. I'm not depressed, I don't know, maybe hormonal? I don't know what it is. And my brain is like not really working. So I'm using my concealer, and then I'm going to set my lids with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Also, if the lighting goes yellow, I apologize. The tree right in front of my window has gone orange and yellow, and it's beautiful, but it's not really ideal for lighting. So I'm going to challenge myself and use a couple colors that I've never used before from this palette. So I'm going to use a sequin formula, which is like these that are matte with like glitter particles embedded in them. I avoid these because I don't know, I think they're hard to work with and stuff. So I'm gonna try them today. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start with this shade here called Come Little Children, and I'm going to just stamp this on my outer corner, and I'm going to bring it into the crease. There's literally no glitter to that at all. It all blended away. Oh no, there's a little bit there. And I'm just going to take what's remaining on the brush into the inner corner, and I'm just going to use this same brush with just what's remaining on it and just kind of go back and forth to blend everything out. Then I'm just going to take another blending brush and my Urban Decay The Fix Pressed Powder, and I'm just going to apply this to the brow bone and kind of use it to buff out that crease shade even more. Then I'm going to take a little like flat shader detailer brush, and I'm going to take this shade. I think it looks like it's going to be a darker brown. It's called Coven. I'm just going to grab this shade on that little brush and kind of tap off the excess. I'm going to do this quite strongly to try and get all that glitter off. And then I'm just placing this on the outer corner. With these shades in particular, there's like a lot of fallout, like a lot. Then I'm just taking this shade here. It's a light cream and it's called Full Moon. It too is a sequin shade. I'm just using all the sequin shades today. And I'm just going to apply this to my lid using this little flat unicorn brush I got from Tarte like in 2016 and it's still going strong. I really like this brush still. Okay, and I think that's all I want to do for like upper lid eyeshadow. I'm thinking about doing some color on my lower lash line. I'm just not sure what color I want to do yet, but I really like this kind of like matte eye look with a wing. So that's what we're gonna do. And then when I use the sequin shades, it's really important to clean up because there's a lot of fallout. I would recommend doing your eyes first with looks using those sequin shadows. For mascara, I'm gonna continue using the Ilia Limitless Lash. And for lashes, I'm going to yet again use the Kiss lashes in the style Jubilee. They're just like the perfect wing shape for this look. I don't think I let my lash glue dry enough, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely not. My lashes are sliding all around. Okay, I'm just gonna hop off camera while my lash is dry. I'm gonna do my other eye and my complexion, and I'll come back and we can work on the lower lash line. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing a pop of color. I just don't know which one yet. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have finished my eye look as well as my base. So I thought we'd move on to the lower lash line. I think I'm gonna go green for the lower lash line. So I'm gonna use this olive called Bewitched. I'm just loading that up on an angled brush and I'm going to just apply it to my lower lash line, you know? Then I'm just gonna take like a little smudger brush and get one dab of product and just kind of run it on the back of my hand and then smudge it out just to kind of soften that line a little bit. Then for the waterline, I'm gonna take the KVD cake pencil. Oh, mine's really dirty. Still works though. And I'm just gonna line my waterline. I'm gonna pull down a little bit so I don't get my lashes all white. Then I'm just going back in with my Ilia mascara. Okay, and this is the completed look. As always, I really like how it turned out. For foundation and concealer, I use the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation and Concealer. And then for blush, I use the Quo Beauty Featherweight Cream Blush in the shade Angelic. And I also used Becca's Moonstone as a highlighter. For lips, I used, where is it? I used the Hocus Pocus, I think this is like a lip kit. This is the Sarah lipstick and the shade Lucky Rat Tail Lippy Pencil. I feel really pretty in this look. I really like the lip. This could also probably be like a Christmas look. Seasons are interchangeable, you know? The green on the lower lash line and the red lip. But I think the green is like neutral enough to where it doesn't like scream like Christmas, you know? Like I'm not looking elfish. So yeah, this is look number 2 completed. I really like how it turned out. I feel like I say that with every look, but I really do like it. I don't know. And yeah, on to look number 3. Okay, my friends, let's get started on our final look. I just wanted to do a quick ColourPop haul. I just got this like in the mail yesterday, so I don't know, I wanted to do it. First, I picked up the No Filter Loose Setting Powder. I've never used this before and I'm excited. I needed a setting powder and I couldn't really justify buying the Laura Mercier translucent powder right now, so that's what I picked up. Then I got the Starling liquid lipstick. This is a repurchase. I love this shade. It's such a good one. It's the Ultra Blotted Lip. Also, I'm kind of sad that they took off Kathleen Light's like fancy packaging for it. And the whole reason I placed this ColourPop order was because this eyeshadow was back in stock. It's been out of stock for so long and this is like the best eyeshadow. I use it on like so many clients, it's insane, like so many clients. It's called Ringer. It's like the perfect peachy champagne metallic. It is so stunning. I've tried to find dupes, I cannot. This is what it looks like. And here is the swatch. It is so incredibly beautiful. I was running low on it. I'm pretty much completely out. I've literally never gone through a whole eyeshadow. I'm like digging to get the rest of the product out and I thought that ColourPop had discontinued it, but it was back in stock. So I picked up 2 of them because like I can't live without this if I don't have to. That's the reason I placed that order, and those are the little goodies that I got. Also, I'm breaking out pretty badly. It's my time of the month next week, so I'm having a little bit of a PMS breakout, so I just covered it with the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I just put it on there and I'm letting it dry, so that's what you see there, in case you were wondering, I don't know. But I'm going to use the same concealer to prep my lid area. My heart is beating really fast today. I'm kind of anxious. I don't know about what though. Isn't that the lovely part of anxiety? You literally have no idea what it's about. Then I'm just gonna take like a larger fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into this ColourPop powder. So I'm wearing green, which means I'm gonna go for a green look today. I'm gonna start out with this shade here called On Toast. It's like a matte, really warm toned yellow brown. And I'm just going to place this in my crease. And then using whatever's remaining on the brush, I'm gonna really lightly start to blend that upwards. Then of course, as always, I'm gonna take my Urban Decay The Fix pressed powder. Just kind of use that to soften this edge. This is one of like my favorite tricks for getting really blended eyeshadow. Okay, then I'm gonna take this pencil brush. This is a Sigma and Jordan Liberty brush. And I'm gonna take this dark green called Bewitched. I'm pretty sure I've had issues with this dark green being patchy in the past, but I do really like it. So, I don't know, I just want to try again, I guess. I'm just placing this on the outer corner, as you can see. And then I'm also going to put it on my inner corner because I'm going to do a halo eye today. Then on my handy dandy Sigma E36, I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that color. Just kind of lightly place it through the crease. I don't want to get too crazy though. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can see here, but this like went on super intense. Like it's like a darker spot right here. So this shadow is tricky to work with, but I will say that I frequently have that issue with ColourPop olive green shades. I don't know what it is about it. Just that one shade in particular. I don't know, it just always underperforms in ColourPop's formula. But I think I actually am happy with that. So I'm gonna take this shimmery green shade called Yabos, and I'm just dampening the shade a little bit on my brush, and then applying this to the center of the lid and kind of blending it into the inner and outer corner as I get there. I feel like I should define the inner and outer corner just a hair. So I'm gonna take the black shade called I Call It a Bus, and I'm just gonna take the smallest amount, like I'm just dipping once with my brush and then kind of working it on the back of my hand and then going in to my outer corner. And I'm not gonna take it into the crease because I just think that that would make things too dark. I'm just gonna really keep it on the inner and outer corner to really emphasize the halo eye, if that makes sense. Kind of intensify it a little bit. Then of course I'm going to use my KVD tattoo liner, and I'm actually not gonna wing it out today. I'm just gonna leave it as a line across the lid. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with my Ilia Limitless Lash. This is all I have right now, and I'm not complaining. I do really like it, but I was hoping to switch it up at least once for this video, but alas, I don't have any mascara that isn't this one. However, I am going to change up my lash style because House of Lashes sent me 3 new styles of their light collection. The first one is called Pixie Light. I feel like they had these already. Am I making that up? Pixie Light. That sounds familiar. Then they have this one called Divine Light. And then lastly, we have the style Heavenly Light, and these are so pretty. These are like kind of the ones that I'm gravitating towards. But I feel like the Divine Light would be like out of my comfort zone a little bit, you know? Let's try out of my comfort zone. Let's go with Divine Light. These are perfect if you really like that kind of wet lash look, like it has the peaks. Honestly, I don't know if I like that look. I've never really tried it on myself, so I guess that's what we're gonna do today. I actually really like those. I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can, oh shit. Just almost knocked my whole mirror set down. The glue isn't dry yet, so keep that in mind, but I really actually like this lash style. I feel like it's trendy, but it's still pretty at the same time. Like the wet lash look is definitely a trend, but I don't feel silly if I were to walk around in these lashes, you know what I mean? I actually like these more than I thought I would. Okay, so I'm gonna pop off camera. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna do my base and my other eye, and I'll be right back so we can finish up the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm almost on this look. I just have to do the lower lash line, and to do that, I'm going to line the waterline with this Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Hot Chocolate. Pretty sure this is very expired, but then using a little angled brush, I'm going back in with that green called Bewitched, and I'm just going to apply this to my lower lash line. Then lastly, I'm going to take my pencil brush and the shade On Toast, and I'm just going to use that to smudge out the green. And I find with halo eyes, it's really important to connect the outer corner. I'm then going in with a little more mascara. Okay, and this is the completed look. I really like how it turned out. It's quite dark, but I actually really like it. For foundation and concealer, I used the Catrice True Skin in the shade Neutral Porcelain. Then I also used the Camo Concealer for concealer. For bronzer, I used the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunlight. Then for blush, I used this old Animal Crossing one. This is in the shade Flower Tender, also from ColourPop. I really like a peachy blush paired with the green eyes. I don't know, it's just always what I go for. For highlighter, I used my favorite. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. I can never read that, and I can't remember it either. This is almost gone. I need to finish it. For lips, I kind of did something a little bit different. I used this ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Field Day. It's kind of a brown on my skin skin tone, and then I just use a Q-tip to kind of just like feather it inwards, and then I just put a Luxe lip oil on top, and I really like how it turned out. I feel like that's kind of like a trendy lip right now. So yeah, this is the completed look. I think it's really pretty. And that is everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got some new inspiration from an older collection. I'm finding this is a great way to kind of dig out my old PR and kind of use it a second time, and it's probably helpful for people to get new fresh ideas using older palettes. And yeah, I think that is it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!